Hello, and welcome to this week's weekly Cosmic Dive. I'm Shane Smith, astrologer, and we're going to be talking about what is going on in the cosmos the week of January 19th through the 26th. So let's dive in, huh? We're going to guide you through this week using vibrational astrology, which I'll explain in just a moment. We're going to explore the key vibrations at play and discover how to work with them in supportive, uplifting ways that strengthen alignment with the natural rhythm and wisdom of the cosmos. And we're going to do this through the lens of vibrational astrology. Vibrational astrology is a specialized analysis that synthesizes the harmonic relationships among planets. It reveals the energetic patterns we can work with and align to. So this forecast will serve as a guide for aiding us in navigating our personal and collective journeys. To prepare for this week's astrological forecast, we need to realize that there are many planetary vibrations happening at any given time. And we tune into these frequencies like we tune into radio stations. And the question I like to ask is, which frequencies do you choose to frequent? We're going to talk about a few vibrations right now. We're going to talk about vibration 5, vibration 7, vibration 8, 9, 11, and 13, so that I can help you to perhaps focus on some of the more important vibrations that are happening and what they mean and how you can translate them into your life. Vibration 5 is a creative and flowing vibration. It allows one to basically ride with the rhythm of the cosmos in a very creative way, which is, I think, what we were born to do. I think our life mission is to create something or another. And it doesn't have to be musical or it doesn't have to be artistic. It can be an idea. It can be just the way you present yourself in the world, what you do, your work can be very creative. And so we're going to tap into that creative 5 vibe. You're going to see that this week as we look at the forecast. There's a 7 vibration that we're going to look at as well. It's where stillness, inner wisdom, and focus happen. It's a good vibration, for example, to meditate or to study with, to tune in and just be. We're also going to look at vibration 8, or maybe not, because this week there's not much vibration 8 happening. This is drive and motivation. This helps us to achieve our goals. And we're going to see where that might be fitting next week, perhaps, as we look at that. But this week, we're going to depend on the other vibrations to give us that drive and motivation. But there is an 8 vibe that specifically is assigned to that particular characteristic. 9 vibe is healing and harmony. This is a very peaceful, easy feeling, kind of Eagles vibe, if you will. We're going to look at vibration 11. This is a restless and progressive vibration that allows us to just kind of get on the spur of the moment and work with ideas and activities that may be a little more interesting than what we're currently dealing with. And then finally, we're going to look at vibration 13, which is excellence and transformation. This is a vibration that helps us to go above and beyond mediocrity. So this might help us also to substitute for that drive and motivation that we're missing this week. If we look at the now chart, this is what's happening at 8 o'clock on January 19th, 2026, here in the field of Brooms, Broomfield, Colorado, where I live. And there is a lot of aspecting going on between these planets right now as we speak. The thing you can't see is what they are, and that's what we're going to do when we talk about the vibrational content of the aspects going on. So let's take an example. Right now, Uranus is aspecting Saturn. You probably don't see these planets unless I point them out. There's Uranus at 27 degrees Taurus, and here's Saturn at 27 degrees Pisces. Well, they're two signs apart at 27 degrees. Astrologers call this a sextile or a 60-degree aspect. And yes, that's easy to see because that just jumps right out at you, especially if you're an astrologer. However, did you know that Uranus also does an aspect with Jupiter? Well, here it is at 27 degrees Taurus, as we said. And there's Jupiter at 18 degrees Cancer. What is that? Well, that is a particular kind of aspect that we'll be going over. And there are other aspects that we call harmonics that we will be talking about when we talk about vibrational astrology. Here's the week. And you will see that I've got all the different vibrations there keyed at the bottom. And right now you can tell that we are in a very healing and harmonic kind of vibration. Notice the green on Monday. It is just like shooting above all the rest of the harmonics. There is a lot of planetary activity that's happening in that healing and harmony vibration. But I'm going to focus in on one that actually is carrying us through the whole entire week, even though you might see that the vibration is kind of falling and falling and falling down. There'll be one in particular that we can pin our hat on, if you will. So remember, harmonic 9 is healing and harmony. It's a good time to enter into harmonious and peaceful flow of energy with ease. You can use this time to engage in endeavors that you wish to go smoothly or enter into community with others. And the planetary pair that's working here is Saturn and Uranus. And that's happening in harmonic 6. Remember, we talked about that just a moment ago when we said it's a 60-degree angle. That is a sextile, that's harmonic 6 or vibration 6. And this tells us that it's time to change directions. It's time to discard old ways and habits, structures, and to innovate into something different. And we'll do this, doing it in a smooth, harmonious way. Okay? So use this day and part of tomorrow to work with this beautiful vibration that's happening right now. The next vibration that you'll see that's surfacing is that blue line. That blue line represents the creative and flowing vibration of vibration 5 or harmonic 5. It's a 72-degree angle, and it shows us times when we can enjoy activities by ourselves or with others. It's a time to come up with new ideas, write or play music, author a blog, a book, take pictures, draw. In other words, these times allow us to let our creativity shine in a natural and fluid manner. And we just want to have fun. And notice that this particular vibration is pretty dominant throughout the rest of the week. So, wow, this is a good week to get into that feeling of what it's like to produce something, an idea, or a creative project of some sort. And wow, uh, you don't see this too often, actually. So enjoy it. The main planetary pair that is contributing to this dynamic flow is Pluto and the node. Pluto is very transformational and very deep, intense kind of energy. Node represents our personal contacts with other people, with groups. And so this is happening in harmonic 10, this Pluto node interaction. It speaks of transformational connections with people and groups, and again, in a creative and flowing way. So look for opportunities to make that happen. As we go along, we notice that there is an excellence and transformation line that is represented by this purple line or violet line that's running beginning tomorrow, Wednesday into Thursday, and then it decreases on Friday. So what this tells us is we want to capitalize on feeling special. We want to realize that we have a lot to offer. These are times when you are not content with the ordinary and wish to transcend and excel at a higher level. So this urges us to go and act big. Okay. And a couple of particular aspects happening in this vibration is Jupiter node and Saturn node. Remember, the node is our contact with other people. Jupiter expands that, it makes it bigger. And then Saturn gives it a kind of reality to bring it down into material form. So look for ways to interact with other people above and beyond the norm with that kind of expansive and concrete energy. Okay. Then we look at the stillness energy, and we see that surfacing a little bit on Friday, going into Saturday, and then it comes back up, I think, on Sunday. And so, what that energy is a time for quiet and dedication. Maybe it's a time to study, meditate, think about things, or just be. It's a focused and inner directed energy of this kind of ability, if we will, if we want, to master something of interest. So, is there something that you would like to be a little more dedicated to, and really know the insides and outs of? That seventh harmonic or vibration will let us into that sphere, if you will. And then we have a drive and motivation that we can't see, that I mentioned. It's like laying there on the bottom. But as I mentioned, we can use this maybe excellence and transformation energy to achieve something. We can achieve something with any of these other vibrations. It just doesn't have that special um, push that the eighth vibration would give us. And then the restless and progressive vibration we see here in the orange. We see that coming up a little bit on Wednesday and Thursday, and then it comes up again Saturday and Sunday. What's restless and progressive mean? Well, it, you could feel a little bit on the move, like you need to do something, innovate, and pioneer something, to be active with somebody. This is good for music, dancing, traveling, other dynamic activities, maybe going on hikes or something like that. Okay, so here is your forecast vibrationally for the week ahead. I hope you enjoyed it. What I do is I look at my own personalized vibrational forecast based on my particular birthday. And I come up with something called, I'm terming it an astrovibrograph, because it's vibrantly showing these vibrations in a graphic format, just like we just saw. Only this one is personalized. And as you can tell, I've got that big blue line just hovering over all the rest, saying, come on, Smith, be creative and flowing. And so that's what I'm going to be doing this week. I'm a musician, among other things, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on, is making music, producing music, being creative, and getting it out to the public. If you would like your very own astro vibrograph, I'm making these available to people. Um, you can get 4 weeks, a month's worth, for only $24. That's a cup of coffee a week. And you can see how you could capitalize on these energies and make them work to your benefit. Just send me an email at shane.smith@gmail. That's SHAYN.smith@gmail.com. And I would be happy to get one out to you. And I'd love to see how these work with you, to see if they're helping you navigate the energies ahead. So that's it. That's your weekly Cosmic Dive. Thank you for joining me today, and join me next week as we look at what's happening. Um, I want you to take good care and ask, which frequencies do I choose to frequent? Thank you.